agents that reduce the intragastric acidity. So the parietal cells, they contain a receptor for gastrin, CCKB, histamine and the acetylcholine. When acetylcholine from the vagal postganglionic rift nerves or gastrin bind into the parietal cell receptors, they cause an increase in the systolic calcium, which in turn stimulates the protein kinases that stimulate the acid secretion from HNA plus ATPase, the protein pump on the canalicular surface. So, in close proximity to the parietal cells, the cells are in the gut. Endocrine cells called the enterochromaffin cells. ECL cells also have the receptors for the gastrin and the acetylcholine, which stimulate the histamine release. Histamine bind to the H2 receptor on the parietal cell, resulting in the activation of adenylyl cyclase, which increases the intracellular cyclic adenosine monophosphate and activates the protein kinase that stimulates the acid secretion by the H plus K plus ATPase. In humans, it is believed that the major effect of the gastrin upon the acid secretion is mediated indirectly through the release of the histamine from the HCl ECL cells rather than through direct parietal cell stimulation. In contrast, the acetylcholine provides the potent direct parietal cell stimulation. Pantoprazole. This is a protein pump inhibitor used to treat erosive esophagitis, gastric acid hypersecretion, and to promote the healing of a tissue caused by the gastric acid. Omeprazole. This is a protein pump inhibitor used to treat gastrointestinal reflux disease, which is the associated conditions such as heartburn and the gastric acid hypersecretion, and to promote the healing of a tissue damage and ulcers caused by the gastric acid and HCl pyrrolic increase. Lansoprazole, the protein pump inhibitor, used to help the gastrointestinal ulcers heal, to treat the symptoms of the gastroesophageal reflux disease, to eradicate the Helicobacter pylori, and to treat the hypersecretory conditions such as Zollinger-Ellison syndrome. Esomeprazole, this is a proton pump inhibitor used to treat the gastroesophageal reflux disease, reduce the risk of NSAID associated gastric ulcer, eradicate the H. pylori, and to treat the condition causing the gastric acid hypersecretion. Rabiprazole, this is used to help the gastrointestinal ulcer heal, to treat the symptoms of gastroesophageal reflux disease, to eradicate the Helicobacter pylori, and to treat the hypersecretory conditions such as Zollinger-Ellison syndrome. Dexlansoprazole. This is a protein pump inhibitor used to help the gastrointestinal ulcer heal, to treat the symptoms of gastroesophageal reflux disease, to eradicate the Helicobacter pylori, and to treat the hypersecretory conditions such as Zollinger-Ellison disease.